Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, it's Tuesday, it's request day, and that image you see down below was taken in error using yesterday's theme and LUT from the incredible Doula's Morph by Kanya. If you've not seen yesterday's show, I do highly advise you go and check it out straight after today's show, which is recorded using the correct theme and LUT eventually. But before we get on and do that, yes, it is time for your daily reminder. Yes, if you can, please hit that like button. If you're regular to the show, do it now, because you know you're going to like things. If you're new, sure, wait until later. Make sure you like this show before you click like. But you're voting for the show and not for the map. Remember that one. Okay, now today's map creator request, Philippines Baguio by Philip 907080. Yeah, it's all really catchy. I wasn't sure what a baguio was. There's your start square, by the way. I thought it might be some sort of mountain range or whatever, but Baguio is actually the name of a city. Which, oh, there you go. That's your resources. Looks like my neighbour's 2-year-old has been on the vodka again. Never mind. And off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, they recommend the 81 tiles, the tropical theme, unlimited connections, and unlimited trees. But other than that, completely vanilla. And it looks it. But credit where it's due, the roads are not half bad. This bridge, this is okay, and we're out in the fog. It's not bad at all. I mean, you can argue for it and against it, but it's not bad. But notice the way the ground has been terraformed before the road has been put down. Smooth as silk. And this bridge here, we've got the suspension at one end and the elevated section at the other end. Now, shh, don't tell anybody. I kind of like it. Shh. I know, I must be losing my marbles, but I thought that was okay. I thought it was quite interesting. Anyway, follow the road up, and it's smooth as a baby's bottom. A little cutting through here. Now, it is National Road, and most of the roads on this map are National Road. I'm guessing based on the actual road layout of Baguio in the Philippines. By the way, I was expecting a lot more foliage, a lot more jungle, but it is what it is. We'll talk about that after the break, no doubt. Little suspension bridge across here, get across this gap. Right, so yes, there's going to be a limit to the weight of traffic that these roads can deal with, which means there's potential for gridlock, unless you do some very careful planning and some nice slow build. Don't go for fast expansion because you will struggle on this map. But yeah, I'm quite impressed by the roads. I wasn't expecting anything quite as smooth as this. Here we are, this little dead end here. There's a few little dead ends and long dead ends on this map as well by plan, and I'm guessing they're based on the actual design of the city again. As we come up to our, well, a little wendy road down there goes down. It does dead end eventually, all the way down there. Quite nicely done. And then we've got a little roundabout down here. Now the question is, will this road network be able to deal with the weight of traffic? Now, if you can spot anything that might cause problems for dealing with traffic flow, don't forget there's only one thing that you can do about it. And that one thing, it's clicking that subscribe button. So if you can spot anything that's definitely going to be a problem, then hit that subscribe button. I won't point anything out. I'm going to leave you to see if you can notice anything. Can you see anything? If you can, subscribe button now. Thank you very much. Now what we're going to do, look at this tail back already. What we're going to do is we're going to nip across here and take that route over there. Okay, so we'll do a bit of cross country. I know it's cheating, but it's a more interesting route, this one. I feel it's always much more fun to take the interesting route than the there's the clouds in the fog. Anyway, where were we? Following national roads. Now this does extend to more lanes in a minute, which is nice, not for very far, and once again I'm guessing based on a realism, but I think an extra couple of lanes would have been quite handy on this map. Anyway, doing a little zigzag, a little bendy down here, and across the river, across that river like that, and back across the river, and back across the river again, and back across this river again right there. And then we follow the river down. It's all very good down here, you know. It's all very nice. We're away from the city and the gridlock, and we get to drive past this interesting feature, which once again we'll look at after the asset and theme review, of course. Anyway, off towards the fog, and we are getting somewhere. Oh no, before we get to the fog, we've got this intersection to deal with. Now that there is another dead end off this way, because this map creator seems to like a little bit of anarchy. And there is evidence, I have evidence, that they like a little bit of anarchy. Let's get back down the ground level again, back to that intersection. Yes, he is an anarchist. Yes, lovely. And so off to Assetville for today's asset, which is a beauty. In fact, it's so beautiful, I've put 4 of them together, side by side to form a little block. It's Corner House 2, 3x3, by Leichvarts, or Likvarts, or something. Somebody please correct me. Of course I've got it wrong. I'm bound to have got it wrong. Yeah, really lovely, absolutely beautiful corner unit, 3x3, and they push together quite nicely. I've used Move It to get the levels looking about right. See, sometimes I take a little bit of time and effort in these things. I've not seen Likvarts' work before, and I'm impressed. I'm suitably impressed. There it is. Of course, when you push them together, those hedges double up in the middle, but what can you do about it? What can you do? Nobody's going to see in the middle anyway, are they? Corner House 2, 3x3 by Leichvarts, or Likefast. That is a beauty, and it's today's asset of the day. As we go off to Themington Island, this looks good. I'll tell you what, the desert and the beach both look kind of good, if I'm honest with you. It's tropical volcano theme by He Man with the vanilla European LUT. It's the first time we've done the vanilla LUT in the theme and LUT review. Right, let's do a couple of factoids while we're here. Factoids time. How about a couple of porn ones? Don't worry, nothing too bad, guys. Nothing too bad. The Japanese were the first to offer soft porn films for mass audiences. Well, I always knew something about those Japanese. And there have been no fewer, and this was in 1986, no fewer than 58 filmed versions of the Cinderella story, including cartoon, parody, and pornographic versions. I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Do we need pornographic Cinderella? Apparently the answer is yes. Plenty more factoids where they came from in tomorrow's show. Okay, let's have a look at the water flow. Now, the water flow in Philippines Baguio by Philip, 907080, is fine. It's shallow, but fine. It's one that you've got to find a way of getting to the water, I would suggest. But once you get to it, yeah, there's a limit. You might want to dam some of that up just to get a little bit more access to water. I've not thought about it. I've not planned it. Hills. Hills look a bit digital, I've got to be honest with you. And I was expecting a lot more jungle and forestation in the hills. Considering it's the unlimited tree mod, I don't suppose we've got anywhere near 250,000 trees on this map. I'll be stunned if there was 250,000 trees on this map. But it does give you a lot of option to fill it out with your own jungle, and why not? Middle of the map, there you go, right in the middle of the map. Was that really levelled out to build a city? Yeah, I'm not really sure how this city would have evolved. I mean, we've got this flat area in the middle and then all the inhospitable terrain around the outside. And these water sources I'm not buying into at all. I don't really know what's going on there. I guess we had to have water near the start location, and that is water near the start location, but I'm not buying into it at all, I'm afraid. It's not a winner for me. Right, okay, then we've got these hills, this inhospitable terrain around the outside. And then there's this river down here. Now, actually, considering it's a vanilla feeling map, this river feels a bit more than vanilla. Okay, I'm going to give a little bit of credit where it's due. I don't mind this river. Yes, it needed a lot more work doing to it, but it's made worse by the terrain around the outside being just kind of unfinished, I would suggest. We'll pull back and, there's one more thing we needed to check, wasn't there? Down here, down by the river, we had a quick look as we drove past the ruins. And these actually credit where it's due. I don't really know what these are. I'm guessing it's something to do with agriculture. But yeah, there's terraced land there. I don't know, but I'm buying into them. I think they look right. So well done, Philip, for popping those in. Yeah, okay. Aesthetically, it's not a pretty map, is it? But I am going to give the extra star for those ruins. I think they add a little bit of extra where the map needs a lot of extra, to be honest. So 2 stars rather than 1 for aesthetics there, for that little bit of effort. Detailing on the whole isn't all that bad. We need a hell of a lot more work doing to it, and a hell of a lot more jungle, which would have gone to the aesthetics I would suggested. But yeah, I think 3 stars for detail, because there's nothing much wrong with it, it's just nothing much right with it. Gameplay potential, I'm giving 2 stars for this one. I think it's best suited to somebody from the Philippines wanting to play a Filipino map, wanting to recreate the city. But even then, I think there's an awful lot of work to do and potential traffic chaos, which is probably how the city exists anyway. Philippines, Baguio, Philip, 907080, and that is that. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget to join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Join me tonight because I have no show for you. Haha, just teased you there, didn't I? You got excited, didn't you? Yeah, there will be stuff coming on Tuesdays eventually, but for now, it's kind of like a day of rest for me. Anyway, you guys are the best. You are better than all the rest. That's what Tina Turner said, and I tend to believe her. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.